75 minutes together. We'll be practicing Baptiste Yoga Journey into Power. And let's start in Child's Pose. And what you need to know about this practice is that it's whole and complete as each of us are. Through the poses we'll move, and the flow is designed to hit every spot of your body, to challenge you, push you, and then restore you. And really it works if you give all of yourself to the practice. So just let go of whatever you need to here, settle into the mat, and just be up for the journey. Start to breathe in loud through your nose. Breathe out loud through your nose. Ujjayi breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. 3 more. Breathe in and out. 2 more. Last big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your gaze behind you towards the back of your mat. Keep that loud Ujjayi breathing through every pose, every moment of these 75 minutes. Take ragdoll at the top of your mat. Separate your feet at least hip width apart and lift all of your toes up off the mat. And then press in through the big toe mounds, the big meaty part right behind your big toes. Slowly drop your hands all the way towards the mat. Rise all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale your hands to heart center. We'll begin with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Om. Extended mountain, reach up. Forward fold, bow deep. Halfway lift, flatten your spine. Forward fold again. Extended mountain, hug your belly in. Forward fold, dive deep. Halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths. Keep that energy. 2 more big breaths. Last huge breath in. Exhale, look forward, step or jump. Halfway lift, bow forward. Extended mountain, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, look up. Downward facing dog, look back. 3 breaths. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, jump. Halfway lift, bow. Extended mountain, lift your toes off the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. One more big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, jump. Halfway lift, bow. Extended mountain. Reach all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Lift your toes. Jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Really get active into your hands. So spread your fingers wide. Press so strongly into your mat with your hands that, you're not going to slip or go anywhere. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, look forward, jump. Halfway lift, fill up. Bow forward, empty. Extended mountain, last sun A. Bow deep. Halfway lift. Jump it back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. One more big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, jump. Halfway lift. Bow. Chair pose, 5 breaths. Hug everything in. Lift your toes so the weight starts to transfer back. And then you press down into your heels to make sure you don't actually fall all the way back. 2 more breaths. Look up, last breath in. Fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1 on the right. 5 breaths. Set your gaze to one spot in front of you. And then just invite breath into the experience of this pose. Press down through your back left foot. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, low push-up. Upward facing, breathe in together. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left foot, warrior 1 for 5 breaths. Sit the hips lower. 4 more. 3 more. Spread your fingertips wide. 2 more. Last one, lift your heart up another inch higher. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, heart lifts. Downward facing dog, press it back. Take 3 breaths. During any of these down dogs on the completions of these sun salutations, feel free to jump up, take handstands, or lift a leg. Be creative and take this practice on as your own. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, look forward, jump. Halfway lift, bow. Chair pose, 1 breath. Fold. Halfway lift, jump back, low push-up. Upward facing, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. Warrior 1 on the right. 1 breath. Exhale, low push-up. Up dog. Down dog, left foot, warrior 1. Huge breath in this time. Exhale, low push-up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths together. Breathe in. Breathe the air out. 2 more. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Last breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold. Utkatasana. Fold. Halfway lift. Jump it back. Low push-up. Keep strong with your breath. Up dog. Downward facing. Warrior 1 on the right. Let your neighbor hear your breath. Exhale, low push-up so that they can sync up with you. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot, warrior 1. Exhale, low push-up. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Yes, 3 breaths. One more sun B. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, jump. Halfway lift, loud breath in. Bow forward. Chair pose. Bow. Halfway lift, jump back, exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing. Warrior 1 on the right, 1 breath. Exhale, low push-up. Upward facing. Downward facing, left foot warrior one. Let yourself be heard. Exhale to the mat. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Take flip dog, right leg lifts, and let that foot land across your body. Let your head go back as far as it will go. Maybe look beyond where your hand is. Keep rotating your top right shoulder even more over to the side of the room. Create even more of a heart opener. Now, the hips might not be up as super high. Keep reaching the heart forward. One more big breath in. Exhale, come back over. Take high plank. Stay here in high plank. Reintegrate. Shoulders up towards the ceiling. Melt the thoracic spine down towards the mat. So soften your upper back. Now take side plank. Right hand down, left arm up. Keep the integration of your back. So your shoulders are drawing back towards the fireplaces right now. The thoracic spine, middle of the back, softens and presses in towards your heart. Squeeze the legs together. 3 more breaths. Bring your gaze up to your top hand. 1 more big breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Flip dog on the left leg. Lift it up, bend the knee, and land your flip dog. And let this pose be really expressive, with your heart opening, with your feet pressing down into the ground, hips rising up, like your gaze, your drishti looking even further back towards the front of the room, towards the floor. Be all in this pose right here. Let your body feel this huge opener. 1 more big breath in. Come back over. Again, high plank, reintegrate. Hands press down firmly. Elbows might bend just the tiniest bit. Zip up the legs towards one another, so squeeze them in. Belly button draws up and in. And then take side plank. Move on intention with purpose. So as you transition from pose to pose, keep the belly lock drawn in. Keep the engagement of your core. 3 more breaths. It'll be great practice for this next chaturanga. 1 more breath in. Keep the core engaged. Chaturanga, core engaged. Hug it in. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Crescent lunge on the right. Usually the focus here as we come into this pose is like on the legs immediately. And though, don't forget the core engagement. Keep pulling the belly in towards center line. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Generate this twist from the core. It's easy to crank the shoulders, and though really start this twist from your core. So keep peeling your lower abdomen, your side ribs towards the side of the room. Stay for 2 more breaths. Itty bitty twists from your core. 1 more big breath in. Warrior 2. Loud breathing. Get present to your experiences, to your body. Good. Everyone lunge a little bit deeper into your right thigh. Just to get present and getting awakened to the sensations in your right leg. Not hiding from it, but just leaning into that sensation. And then take extended side angle. Now here, lift the energy up. So keep reaching your side body away from your right thigh. Keep peeling your heart up higher. Keep lifting your top hand up higher. Press down through your back left foot. 3 more breaths. Drishti towards the ceiling. One more big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Crescent lunge on the left. Hug the belly in. Yes. And then with that belly lock, lift up higher with your side body. Reach the crown of the head up taller. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. Hips stay straight forward. And then let the twist come from above the hips. There it is. Every exhale, keep twisting inch by inch. 2 more breaths. One more big breath in. Warrior 2. Yeah, there's that big energy in that release of that exhale there. That's good. Don't run from your breath. Don't run from these poses. Lean into all the feelings. You can modify. You can take child's pose whenever you need. Take extended side angle. Draw your left hip in towards center line. Yank it in. There you go, yeah. And then your left knee draws out. There we go. One more big breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Take one huge breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, jump to your hands. Halfway lift, bow. Chair pose, 1 breath, twist to the right. 5 breaths here. Lift and spread all of your toes. Two more breaths. Move the energy throughout this room, in and out through your body with your breath. 1 more big breath in. Forward fold. Take fingers to toes, forward fold. Big breath in. Exhale, bow deep. Do that again. Big breath in. Exhale, bow deeper. 3 more like that. Keep pulling up on your big toes, engaging your arm muscles to keep pulling you deeper. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, release the grip. Come into chair pose. 1 breath. Sit low. Twist to the left. Draw your shin bones towards the back of the room even more. Ooh, yes. 2 more breaths. Keep drawing the shin bones back even further, like you feel like you're going to fall backwards. 1 more breath in. Bow forward. Palms to toes, forward fold. Rock your hips forward over your feet even more. And release your neck. All right, take forward facing crow for 10 breaths. So you have time to play if you're doing a one-legged crow or a tripod or pressing up into a handstand, or if you're just working on the pose, there's plenty of opportunity to keep being at play and experiment. Gaze goes forward. And then bring your heels up to your glutes even more. Straighten the arms even more. 1 more inch, even if it's 1 inch. Everyone come back up into crow to jump back for chaturanga. All right, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out, bend your knees, jump to the top. Halfway lift, bow, extended mountain, press your heels down, eagle on the right. Set your gaze to one spot. Good. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders, and then press your forearms away from your face. Draw them towards the front of the room. And at the same time, draw your shoulders to the back of the room. So there's a little bit of tug-of-war action happening. Forearms pressing forward, shoulders drawing back. And lean into that stretch, that resistance that you're creating. One more big breath in. Exhale, release, eagle on the left. Create that same integration on this side. Elbows up, forearms forward, shoulders draw back. And then the thoracic spine, middle of the back, presses forward. Softens as the shoulders keep drawing back. Take one more breath in. Release, eagle on the right again. And go in without all the fuss, keep your drishti on one spot and to move powerfully. Shoulders drop back. Thoracic spine melts forward. One more breath in. Exhale, release, eagle left. Keep your drishti point. Squeeze the hips in towards center line to use it as a grounding point to lift up even higher. 2 more breaths. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. Standing leg raise on the right. Yeah, go for the empowering piece of this pose. Like if that means grabbing your big toe or the outside of your foot, and then take that on. If there's shakiness, embrace it. Integrate the thigh. Squeeze the leg muscles in towards the bone to stabilize. One more breath in. Bring the leg back to center. Take airplane. Yeah, your right toes are pointing straight down towards your mat. And like the foot's still on 12 o'clock. So not angled out to the right, draw them straight down. And that will help keep the right hip pointing down towards the floor to keep our pelvis neutral here in a straight line parallel with the earth. Take one more deep breath in. Now take half moon where we open up that right hip. Right toes go out towards the fireplace. Yeah, just think of it like the toes always follow in line with the hip. Our left toes are pointing straight forward on 12 o'clock. And our top lifted toes have been opened up now. Bring your gaze up to your top hand for 3 more breaths. And just see about it. Maybe it makes you fall out. If so, be okay with that. One more breath in. Exhale, step down. Standing leg raise on the left. And broaden across your chest. So once you have the grab on your knee or your toe or your foot, then open up your chest even more. Broaden across your collarbones as you reach your right arm out. And then feel the shoulders integrated into the back body. So hug them back. Then press down through your right heel to lift the crown of your head another inch taller. One more breath in. Come back through center. Keep that leg lifted. Shoot it back for airplane. Left toes going straight down towards the mat. Kick your left heel towards the back of the room even more to straighten that leg out, to reach the yogi practicing in the row behind you. Reach the crown of your head forward even more to elongate your whole back body, your spine. And then take half moon. Stacking bones on top of bones. So your top left shoulder stacks directly on top of your right shoulder. Your left hip stacks vertically on top of your right hip. That alignment, that true north is really essential to keeping us powerfully standing in this pose. It actually makes it easier for us, for our bodies, to hold ourselves up. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, step back down. Take dancer on the right. So feet on 12 o'clock. Grab for your right foot. Press down through your left heel. Reach your head up higher, your hand up higher, and then hinge forward. So create that length in your spine first before you come into the back bend. Anytime we do a back bend, we want to create length in that spine so we don't compress into our back. We don't shorten our back. We're creating space to access a safe back bend. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, release. Dancer on the left. Keep your drishti. Stay present with your drishti, your ujjayi breathing. And putting your attention on your physical body. Your right foot being on 12 o'clock. Your left toes being flexed towards your shin bone. Leading with your left heel up towards the ceiling. Softening your joints to be able to stay with ease and power in this pose rather than having it be a struggle and a strain. There's freedom in every single one of these poses. One more breath in, release, dancer again on the right. There's a term we use, full expression, or the peak of the pose. And really what that is coming into complete ease and power at the same time. Full expression, just you're able to be your authentic self in these poses. Take one more breath in and release. Dancer on the left. One last time. A full expression is not concerned with how the pose looks or getting it right. It's more about coming into an experience of just being with the pose as is, not needing to change or fix anything, not putting stories or judgments on it, just totally being okay with your body in this pose, in this experience with your breath. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, release. Take tree on the right. Again, hug your belly in, and then lift it up. So it just grows your entire top body. The shoulders lift up. Your arms can reach up. And feel that sense of spaciousness in your side body as your side ribs go long. One more breath in. Exhale, step back down. Tree on the left. Keep drawing your arms towards one another. Yeah, it's okay if they're like separate and like goalpost arms or like you're holding a huge beach ball. And though energetically, keep squeezing them in towards center line to keep energy moving through your arms. Take one more breath in. Keep your drishti, step down. Extended mountain, drishti. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Jump back to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take triangle on the right side. Gaze to your top hand. And be an inquiry about your top hand. Like, is it as engaged as you'd like it to be right here? One more big breath in. Exhale, slowly rise up. Side facing wide-legged forward fold, facing the door side of the room. If you have an inversion, feel free to go up. We'll be here for several rounds of breath. And if you're staying down on the earth, keep walking your hands between your legs more. Maybe have a goal to see if your hands can reach the mat behind you. How far off of your own mat can your hands reach? How close can you get the crown of your head to reaching your own mat? Yeah, maybe you've never dared to go that far before. Each time, keep finding a new edge in your practice in every pose. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, release. Bring your hands to your hips. Slowly rise up. Pivot to the front of the room for Namaste front facing forward fold. Look up on an inhale and bow forward on your exhale. Keep grounding your heels down. I walk this foot up a little bit closer. Yeah, there you go. Press down through both heels. Straighten your spine even more. Bow deeper. Keep drawing the hips towards the back of the room. Draw the crown of your head forward. Find that stretch in your back. And then take twisting triangle. Left hand down, right arm up. Again, here looking for that back to be nice and long, to keep pulling your head forward as the hips draw back. Keep pulling away from me. You got it. Keep drawing your head forward. There you go. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Twist your biggest here. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Heart lifts up. Downward facing dog. Triangle on the left. Be open to new discovery in each one of these poses throughout this whole practice. We call it a journey. Our yoga practice is a journey. We learn to develop certain skills and muscles. Maybe we start and we don't have a crow or a headstand or a handstand, and over years in practice we start developing these things. And it's a practice and it's a constant journey. And right here, every pose is an opportunity to continue that journey. The journey of staying in your breath and just being dedicated to staying present in the moment with the tools like your drishti, focusing on one spot to not allow your eyes to be distracted, to focus on the sound of your breath, to put your attention on your physical body. Take one more breath in. Exhale, slowly rise up, side facing wide-legged forward fold facing the fireplaces. And bow deep. Set your gaze right away. And just because you're upside down now doesn't mean that the gaze is not important. Every transition, every pose, find a drishti point. It's a way to anchor our practice. Two more breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly rise. Namaste, front facing forward fold, facing the front of the room. Lift your toes and then bow forward. Draw your shoulders up towards the ceiling so they integrate onto your back body. And actually, just for sake of being curious, round your shoulders forward. Let them drop as low towards your front foot as possible. So they're kind of out of their sockets, they're going forward. And then draw them back up, strong. Yeah, the back doesn't have to lift up, just the shoulders. Now we want your chest folding as deep as you can here, and just the shoulders themselves peel up. Take twisting triangle, right hand down. Keep the shoulders pinned into your back. And as you twist, press down through your back heel. Use that grounding to help support your twist. Two more breaths. One more big breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lower all the way down towards your belly. And then come up into locust pose. 5 breaths here. Yeah, be powerful in this pose. Soften where you need to soften to stay up in the pose. Soften the muscles of your face. Soften your breathing. One more breath in. Lower down. Rest a cheek on the mat. Breathe in. Breathe it out. And then come back towards center for locust number 2. Lift on up on your next inhale. And although the feet are apart, the legs are separate, squeeze them in towards one another. Yeah, they don't have to touch, but keep drawing in towards that center line. Yeah, your shoulders are up, lifted up towards the ceiling. Your hands have energy. They keep lifting up towards the ceiling. One more breath in, release. Bend your knees, grab your ankles. Setting up for floor bow. We'll do 2. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, and rise on up. Go. Let go of the struggle, though. Let go of the story. Somebody in my last class I taught said during wheels, why is it so hard? And it's just like a story that you tell yourself. You label it that, this pose is hard. Take one more breath in, and release. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, floor bow number 2, lift on up. You can rewrite that story. Actually, Shakti just posted, our social media just posted something earlier today about how will you create and write the last 15 days of the year. We have 15 days left. And it's like we create our world, we create our environment. What we say is so. Yeah, so if you show up in every pose and you show up with a story of ease and lightness and possibility, yeah, you'll go so much further in your practice than if you show up saying, this is hard, this is tense. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Plant your hands. With ease, lift up. You've done this pose a million times before in your practice. Yeah, find ease right here. Good. Lower to your knees for camel. And then press your thighs forward as you start to hinge backwards. Keep driving your thighs forward. There we go. To create more length in that back. If your thighs fall back with you, you're just kind of collapsing into that low back. We want to create space by your lower half of your body pressing forward as your upper half of your body peels back. One more breath in and release. Lie on your back for bridge pose. One bridge, and then we'll get to 6 delicious wheels. And consider that you have the possibility and the opportunity to rewrite the story about wheels. All right, come up into bridge. I like the breath that's present in the room. You're going to need it for all those 6 wheels. And gently come down. All right, prep for wheel. Yeah, whether you have wheel in your practice, whether like you've ever lifted up or not, be for the intention of actually just prepping for it. Because we don't get better at wheel by practicing bridge. So plant your hands by your ears, take a deep breath in, clear the breath out, and then rise on up. See what happens. Just see what is so. Don't tell yourself you can't. Don't cut yourself off from possibility. Just see what's here for you today. Might be different than yesterday, than tomorrow's practice will be. Come back down. Good, we have 5 more. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and rise on up with ease. Let go of the struggle. Let go of the tension in your face, in your breath. Flow with ease. One more breath. Come back down. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, rise on up. Go for it. Wheel number 3. Send the breath to all the other yogis in this room. And lower down. Good. 3 more. And my challenge to you is to keep your hands in that prep position. If we take our hands off of our mat, we're less likely to put them back up there and go back up again. So try it on today for these last 3 wheels. Just see if keeping your hands right there on the mat next to your ears will help you to lift up and inspire you even more. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, rise on up with ease. Yeah, if it's only for like 1 second and you come back down, great, then be with that. And lower down, keep your hands right where they are. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and lift on up. Wheel number 5. Pin your shoulders in towards your back. And lower down. Keep your hands right where they are for this last wheel. Take a huge breath in. Big breath out, and rise on up. For possibility, for power, for freedom. Just come into your expression, whatever that looks like, however you're feeling. Just let yourself be in the experience. One more big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Be present to the energy that's in your breath, that's in this room, that's filling your lungs and your heart. Take happy baby. Feet straight up to the ceiling, hands interlaced behind your head. Lower your right heel 45 degrees down towards the floor. Keep it straight. We'll do scissor legs where we just pulse up at our top leg with our shoulders, our elbows. Ready, begin. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep both legs straight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Go for 10, 9, 8. Flex your toes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Crunch up even higher. 2, 1. Both legs straight up. Arms by your sides. Press your low back into the mat. Squeeze your legs in towards one another. Like really press them firmly in towards one another. Yeah, like legs could be shaking. Your core could even be shaking just from right here. Flex your toes back towards your face. Lower both legs a third of the way down. Keep the toes flexed. Lower another third of the way down. Lower 1 inch off of the ground. Press your low back into the mat. Keep squeezing your legs and your shin bones in towards one another. Lift your legs straight back up again. Lower another third of the way down. Another third of the way down. Keep breathing. 1 inch off of the mat. Keep your toes flexed back. That's it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Lift the legs straight back up again. Abdominal twists. Bend your knees, hands behind your head. We'll go for 50. Begin. Keep moving the breath through this room. Like your breath doesn't have to match your twist. It doesn't have to be a yeah, but your breath should be just fluid and natural for you as you move in and out. And keep that breath present. We've got 30 more to go. Fill this space with your breath. It will keep everyone else in the work, knowing that you're all in it. And when you want to stop, hearing other people breathing loud will encourage you to keep right back in it, and you begin again. 10 more breaths. And come up to high boat. 5 breaths here. We're not going to go to low boats, just 5 breaths in high boat. So, draw your shoulders to the back of the room, puff your chest forward. Lift your heart up higher towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Flex your toes. Last breath, straighten your legs as tall as they can go, and release. Good work. Half pigeon on the right. Yeah, feeling anything is good. Half pigeon on the right. Feeling relief, feeling release, feeling heat, feeling power. Lean into the hip opener here. It's common to kind of just flop down on the floor and be comfortable in this pose, but treat it just like any of the other poses. Treat it just like you would crow, where it's like a challenge and you're staying in the intention of each pose. Right here, the intention is to open up the hips, so really lean into that. Whether that's folding your chest further towards the mat or elongating your back by reaching your arms out in front of you or walking your back foot back even further. You can press into your back foot. And there's a way to keep your entire body engaged, even that back leg. Take half pigeon on the other side. Keep moving the energy through your body, through the transitions, through the pose, through all 75 minutes of this practice. The breath is a tool to keep us grounded, to keep us present, to cleanse out our body, to create heat and tapas, to create softening. And for me, most importantly, just to move the energy. Move the energy in and out through our bodies. And gently swing your back leg around, come into double pigeon. Stacking right ankle on top of left knee. So your right foot, your like heel will kind of hang off your left knee just a tiny bit. Keep your right toes flexed as you hinge forward. Keep stretching your hands forward. You can reach for a block if the hands don't comfortably meet the mat. Stay present with your body through your breath, putting your attention on the physicalness of your body. Your toes being flexed, belly drawn in, pressing forward over your hips, breath by breath by breath. And take double pigeon on the other side. Keeping your drishti point as you transition. Again, even through the transitions, choose one spot to stay focused and centered on. And then as you bow forward, a new drishti point. Allow yourself to take it to your edge. Slowly release, take frog pose. We'll be in frog for about 2 minutes. Keep drawing your belly in towards your spine. And while these are considered more restorative-like poses, and we still need the integration of our entire body to get the fullest expression of the pose, to get the greatest benefit. And gently press yourself up. Take seated single leg extension on the right. So you'll come to sit, bring your right leg out to the right corner of your mat. Left foot draws in. On an inhale, reach your arms up to create length in your spine and your side body. And on your exhale, keep that lengthening in that space as you hinge forward and reach for your ankle, a towel, your foot, a block behind your foot. And keep lengthening through your side bodies, and every exhale folding just a little bit deeper. Release, come back up, switch legs, set at your drishti point, reach the arms up, and exhale, bow forward, new drishti point. Allow your head to go down deep towards the mat. Maybe it even rests to the side of your leg. And take seated forward fold, both legs long in front of you. Once again, reach your arms up to create that space and that length, and then bow forward with all of that space. Hinging from the hips. Now bending your elbows slightly to use your arms to help pull you deeper and deeper down. And release, take tabletop, plant your hands behind you, plant your feet flat on the mat. Press up, lift the hips, allow your head to go all the way back. Open up your throat. Be an expression in every pose, whether that's a loud, expressive exhale, whether that's a sigh, whether that's just a softening of your face, a smile, whether that's you really hugging everything in and just feeling really lit up about the practice. Yeah, just be all in. One more big breath in. Exhale, release. Take fish pose. Keep drawing your legs and your feet and your toes forward. It's that like resistance, that like drawing forward of the lower half of your body that will really allow you to come into this nice stretch as your upper body tries to peel backwards. Five more breaths. Again, open up your throat here in this pose. Ground down through your forearms, through your hips, through your heels. Two more breaths. Last big breath in and release. Come into an inversion, one that will empower you, that will challenge you and find a growing edge. So I invite you to take on headstand or a tripod headstand or use a wall space to kick up for handstands. If any of those are in your practice, take them. This is the part of the practice that encourages you to do so. This is our rejuvenation series where we get upside down, reverses the blood flow, it changes our perspective. It's like we're standing on the ceiling. Continue to breathe through the sensations. The more present you get into your physical body, the more you need your breath. The more you can't run from your breath. The more you become one with your breath. And realize there's no disconnection between your body and your breath. If you're in shoulder stand, take plow by piking your feet all the way over your head, reaching the toes towards the ground behind you. And then you can take deaf man's pose by bending your knees on the outsides of your ears. Three more breaths. And slowly come all the way back down. Hug your right knee into your chest, setting up for a supine twist. Take a huge inhale as you squeeze it in tight. And as you exhale, twist over to the side of the room. Bring your gaze over your right shoulder. Keep your eyes open. And let your gaze perhaps land softly at the back of the head of the yogi practicing next to you, the person that showed up, that supported you in your practice without having to do a single thing other than just being here and breathing. In this style of yoga, we have these 10 tenets that we kind of embody and live by, and the first one is come from we are connected. And we all might look different, have different names, have different backgrounds and experiences, and though we're all still sharing this space together, breathing the same air together, everything we do connects and is impacted by everyone else. Our breath influences others, our showing up here. Take 2 more breaths. Keep twisting even deeper. And let that leg go long. Inhale your left knee into your chest. And as you exhale, draw it over to the right side of the room. Take 2 more breaths. Keep twisting deeper. Last breath in. Exhale. Slowly come back through center. Take Supta Baddha Konasana one last time. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Last opportunity to keep the eyes open, to set on a drishti spot, to keep yourself in the physicalness of the environment around you and of the physical world, instead of being lost in our head and our thoughts. Take one last powerful breath in together. Exhale all the air out. Come into Shavasana. Give yourself the ultimate gift of relaxing and deep, deep rest. Give up everything right here to just allow yourself to be. And rest knowing that you are whole, complete, perfect the way you are, the way your body is on the mat. And that all your efforts are enough. Take a deep breath in and an even deeper breath out. Slowly move your fingers and your toes, gently rocking your head from side to side, coming back into the physicalness of your body. And hug your knees into your chest and gently roll over onto your right side, resting your head supported by your arms or your hand. And then slowly from the same side, coming up to sit with your eyes closed, bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra at your heart center, sitting up nice and tall in a new, empowered, freed up version, the best, truest version of yourself. Together we'll close this practice with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. Bring your thumbs up to your forehead center, sending gratitude in through your body and out through your eyes, your words, your heart, your actions, to yourself and to everyone else around you. In community, we bow to each other and we say, Namaste. Give yourselves a hand.